everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic on Board Game Geek, bringing you our third episode of Zombicide Black Plague, where we are trying to defeat the first quest in the game. It looks like an easier one, but we've managed to make it more difficult by having a lot of stuff happen early on. We're going to get right into it. We're going to start again with our first turn with Samson and continue on with our characters. As you can see here on the board, we got three of our heroes facing off against some pretty nasty stuff. We got a runner, zombie here, they're fast. We got a necromancer that's trying to get out over here. He's not going to make it. We're going to get him. Two regular walkers here and the big abomination, which we cannot kill over there. That's a bad thing. But let's start taking some turns and seeing what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. We need to get some dragon bile, so we got to get a place where we can keep searching, and that's important. We'll continue on and see what happens. It's going to be interesting. So first up, we're going to have Samson, and Samson's here with his hammer and his shield. He's not in a place where he can actually do anything dangerous, but I think we're going to go at least attempt to kill a zombie. And so let's go take his actions, and we're going to start moving them away from the trouble. And we also have another building to explore. We got to get all the objectives. That's important. So we'll figure it out from there. Anyway, here is Samson, and I think he's first of three actions. He's simply going to go one, and then two for his second action, and for his third action, he's going to swipe his hammer at that zombie that's there in his zone. Now his hammer does only get one dice. He's got to roll a 4 better, a 5, so he does it. That means he took out this wee little zombie right here, and then we get to adjust his experience point up to 2. Boom, there we go. And that is going to end his turn. That was a pretty good turn for Samson. He got to kill something. Dwarves like to do that, especially with their big old hammers. But now we got Anne. Now Anne's got that big orcish crossbow and her short sword going on. But the first thing she's going to do, I'll tell you what she's going to do right now. The orcish crossbow does have a range of 2. So I have a couple of things I could do with her. It also does 2 damage, which is important. But I also got 3 guys that are already in a place where I think at least 2 of them have range, which is, yeah, we got Nellie, who's got a crossbow, and Silas, who's got a short bow. And we want to try and kill the necromancer. But let's go to where Anne is right now. So Anne's hiding out in this building, and like I said, we do need dragon bile if we're going to kill this abomination. So for her first action, this is going to mean she's probably not going to get to attack this turn, but for her first action, we're going to get a search on in here. So she's going to search the room before she leaves. We got a healing spell. That's not bad. She can use it, not that she would. We're probably going to put this in her backpack right now, but it says enchantment. Once per turn, the target survivor recovers 1 wound. This is actually really good. So that's going to go in her backpack for now. And then she only searched once. You can only search once the location. So she will then go 2 for her second action. What's her special ability? Oh, she's got the bloodlust melee thing. She can move 2 and attack. Wow, you know, well, no, this guy's here in the first zone, so she'd go 1, 2, but that's not going to help much. I think she'll just she'll go here for 3 for this turn, and that will end her actions for the turn. Okay, let's continue on from there. So that was the end of Anne's action. Next up we have Baldric. Now he's got a torch in his hand. He's got this spell, Mana Blast, which is pretty weak. He's got that in his backpack, his spell scroll for that. He's wielding the Inferno spell, combat spell that does quite a bit. And he's going to use that this turn. Now, a lot of people, you know, they do this tactic where they'll like quickly trade items so that each character can use the best item in the game. That's a great way to destroy things. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to play it more thematically, where this is their stuff. They're not going to be passing it around every turn. So Baldric is going to be the guy wielding the Inferno spell. He also has Spellcaster, which is helpful. Okay, way up here you can see Baldric. He's going to move 1, and then for his spellcasting action, which is a free action, he's going to lob his Inferno spell into that. It does have a range of 0 or 1, so he can attack in the same space. And it does 4 dice, so he's going to get a lot of chances to kill both those things. It does 2 points of damage each, but that doesn't matter because those are just walkers, and they're just going to die anyway. But he is going to attack them. One of the reasons I'm focusing on that area right there is I'm trying to clear the path for our heroes to retreat if we can't find a way to kill the abomination, and we can kind of sneak around and move into another area. But anyway, this is going to roll 4 dice, and again, with the Inferno spell, you can see that it needs a 4 better to hit, and does 2 points of damage. We did a 6, so we only hit once. That does, however, take one of these zombies out of the picture, and it puts our guy here up at 6. So he's actually, I don't know, you can't see that, right? There you go. You can see he's about to pop a level here and go into the yellow zone, which will give him a free action. But it'll also make things a little harder for us. So anyway, he is going to kill that next zombie. He's going to try anyway with his now second action, because remember that spellcaster action was free. Okay, here we go with our 4 dice. Let's hope we get a 4 better. That time he got 3. He would have killed both of them in one shot, but nope. But we did get him. So this one is gone. And by the way, while we're at it, this creates noise tokens. The spell is noisy. Boom. Okay, and then we're going to level up Baldric. So Baldric now goes to 7 experience points, and we get to take one of his pegs here and put it right here under plus 1 free action. So if you remember, he took he moved, free action spellcaster. Second action was to fire it off again. So now he's still got 2 actions left. So what are we going to do with him? Well, so one of the things we know we have to do is clear out this place here. So his next one's going to be 3 and then 4, and that's going to end it for him. Now there's going to be a spawn there. I hope it's not too bad. He can probably take care of it with his Inferno spell. But again, he's the one that's got the torch too, so we got to get in and search. We got to keep searching to get the dragon bile. But we also need to clear out that room and get those objectives. That's part of the victory condition. So we're going to do that. But let's continue on. I think right now I'd like to find the laboratory right now, because if we do, we don't have to deal with a necromancer nor an abomination, because they're both out. That'd be awesome. So anyway, though, that is going to end Baldric's turn, and we're going to move on to Nellie. Nellie is wielding a crossbow. Unlike the big orc crossbow, it doesn't take any extra time to reload. She's going to get to fire it off, and we're going to shoot it at the... it does 2 points, so we got a couple of choices here. She does have 3 actions, and even if she hits all 3, she's not going to go into her next experience point. But that's okay. Let's go see what she's going to do. So this is Nellie right here, and we got a couple things going on. Now the fatty is 2 away, so I don't know if the crossbow will work. The crossbow, well, it can. It can go 1, 2 and shoot. I think her first shot's going to be at this fatty right here. No, her first shot's going to be at the walker, because we need to kill the walker. That's important. Okay, so you know that Nellie's crossbow requires 2 dice. Again, it does have a range of 2, so we're going to shoot the runner. Hopefully we get it. We need a 4 or better, and it does 2 points of damage. Not that that matters. We missed with our first attack. That's what I was afraid of. So for her second attack, she's going to shoot again. Come on, Nellie. Oh, and then she kills it, so she got 2 points. But let me think about this. I think she just took out both the necromancer and the... Let me think. So Nellie did really good in that second attack there with her 6s. Now remember, priority-wise, runners are 3rd and necromancers are 4th on this priority list. Walkers would be 1st. So she first popped this runner, and then she actually pops the necromancer. That is cool, because we needed this guy gone. And there's a couple things that are going to happen from that. But first, let's go to her player board and make sure we've adjusted her experience. Okay, so she gets 5 experience. She's up to 5 experience right now. That is pretty awesome. And that means that she is about to level. She's pretty close. I don't mind if they all level now, because since one leveled, they might as well all. She still has another attack left, and I think she's going to turn it on that fatty in the hallway. Let me show you. So once again, her first action into this zone missed. Her second action killed both of them. Her third action is going to be into here. She's feeling pretty fierce with that crossbow. Let's roll these dice and see what we get. A miss. That's okay. She did good. That was really good. So we'll continue on from there. So we get to remove a spawn point. Typically, I think the wise thing would be to keep this from being a double spawn going into the future. That might not be a bad thing. So I think we're going to remove this. I thought about removing the one up north and basically making it clear for us. We could do that, but we're not going to. We're just going to reduce that down. That makes a lot of sense. Anyway, that ends Nellie's turn. So next up, we're going to have Clovis. So Clovis just has his 2 swords. And right now, that's not going to do him any good. We really don't have anything he can fight. I think we got to get him over to help get into this other building and depopulate it of zombies. So we're going to do that, but we're going to take a little sidetrack, I think, for him first. Okay, here is Clovis. This is him right here. So he's going to, for his first action, he's going to move to here for 1. Now Clovis, his ability is a +1 die in melee, so he's not going to do anything really. For his second action, he's going to move in here for 2, and for his third action, he's going to search this room. We've had good luck here. Lightning Bolt. Okay, well, we got another spell. Lightning Bolt. Ooh, 3 range. It only does 1 point of damage, but still, that's pretty good. So he's got Death Strike, and he's got 2 spells in his inventory. He's like, come on, guys, we don't want spells anymore. What the heck is up with that? I think that's all I've drawn lately. And that's going to end his turn. It's really going to be that quick. So let's continue on. So next we got Silas. Now Silas he's got his short bow, so he can't really kill the fatty. And we only have, all we can really do is kill some of the walkers that are in front of us. I'm not going to worry about that at all, actually. Silas is just going to start to move. So let's go back to the table and let's get Silas on the road here. Okay, so here's Silas. So he's going to go 1. I'm even thinking about, yeah, he's going to move into here just along with Clovis. And we're going to draw another card. Again, he is in here with Clovis, and he's going to draw another equipment card. We got some apples. Discard this to gain 1 experience point. Well, he's going to munch those down and discard them right now. He just grabbed a bunch of apples and ate them as he was getting hungry, waiting for some action, I guess. That is going to put him at a whopping 2 experience. I don't believe that's an action. I think it's just something you can do. And that's going to be his entire turn as well. Well, that ends our player actions for the turn, so we're going to move some zombies now. So first off, we'll just move this group here. This whole bunch is going to go like this. That's their moves, and then we have Fatty down here. He's going to move up there. And then we're going to start spawning, and we've been starting at the top, so we're going to start the same place as always. Now keep in mind that we are now in the yellow zone on our spawning. So we're going to draw the top card here, and oh man, are you kidding me? What a pain. What a pain. Okay, so here's the necromancer. Man, we just killed the guy. Darn it. Well, he's right there. That means the extra spawn point we got rid of is happening right there. And then we're going to draw a second card. I mean, we haven't been very lucky at that part right there. And then so we draw, well, we can't do an abomination. So if you can't do an abomination, that's the yellow zone you see right there. It reduces down to a fatty. So we're going to grab a fatty. And here's one of the other sculpts for that. That guy right there. Boom. And he is here with the necromancer. Good news is they won't be able to attack, but still, that was kind of not the best turn. And we got our wizard there who's going to, he wanted to open the door. I mean, he's probably still will, but he's going to have to blast those 2 guys first. Good news is his Inferno spell does enough damage to take the fatty out. Let's go to the next spawn point. Okay, it's right here. We got our deck of cards. Let's see what we get. Double spawn. Okay, so nothing happens there, but we're going to double spawn at the next spot over. Man, it's either my luck or the bad luck of the drawer. There's a lot of these cards in here. Okay, let's see what we get. We get a runner. Okay, so we're going to put a runner here. But remember, this is a double spawn, so we got to draw another card. And we get 1 fatty, so I got to get another fatty out the box. I have to go over and get a different one now. Let's see, here's a fatty. So there is a fatty and a runner coming out down here. And that is going to mark our spawns for this turn and basically end the round for us. That was, I don't know if that was a good or bad round. It's hard to say. But let's get into the next round and see what kind of trouble we can get into. We still have our 2 guys in the room searching. We got a lot going on. Let's hope we have some good luck. Let's go on. We're going to get back around with Samson. So this puts us in a pickle. If I move Samson into this space and try to attack, when Baldric uses the Inferno spell, it is a ranged attack, which means there's a risk of hitting Samson. Good news is Samson's got armor, so I'm almost thinking it's worth the risk. And we got a healing spell somewhere. Somebody's got it. Can't remember who. Oh, Anne. Okay, so what we're going to do, does he take the risk? He goes 1 to there. He's got 3 actions total. Or I could, well, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, he goes here. 2, we're taking a little bit of a risk. And he's going to try and hit the necromancer. His hammer is 1 dice. He gets a 4. He needs a 4 or better. A 6. Well, I got to tell you, he is a killer. We have quickly dispatched of this necromancer. Wait, yeah, well, that's ranged. It's only range we have to worry about priority targeting. And then we are going to put Samson up to 3 experience points. Boom. And that is going to end his turn. Now it's Anne. It's the super powerful Anne. She's going to go. She is currently in the space where I think she's going to shoot at some bad guys. I don't want to take too many risks with her, so she's definitely not using her bloodlust melee ability. She's just going to shoot here and see if she can take out the fatty. Now, it does require action to reload if we do it in the middle of. So for her first action, she's shooting. She's going to get, let me see, 2 dice, and she needs a 3 or better to hit. So here she goes. She succeeded. She got 1 hit on it, and that'll take that fatty out. So she blueyed this guy, which is going to give her another experience point, putting her up to 6. She's got to kill something else. I think I know which. Now she has a range of 2 on that. I think she might fire into here, into the space. Let me show you. Yeah, she's going to fire into here and try and get this runner and fatty before they come on. So she's going to fire into this zone. Now she'll hit the fatty before she hits the runner. That's okay. If she gets 2 hits, she's good. So her first action was to shoot. Her second action is to shoot again. Let's hope she can hit twice, and she does. That's awesome. So she took first this fatty out. She killed that, and then she took the runner out with it, with her orcish crossbow, and that's going to put her up 1 more experience point, putting her in the yellow zone. Boom, she's at 7. And then we get to do something else. We get to take one of her pegs, and she gets a free action here. That is outstanding. Let's see if we get the peg in there. There we go. And so she has 1 more action to go, I think. Well, no, that was only 2. She got 2 more actions to go. She's going to start moving with the other group. So she goes to here and then to here, and that's going to end her turn. She is feeling good about her actions. Now we have Baldric. He is in a area where he's going to have to fight the big fatty that's there with his Inferno spell. It's also got a double spawn point because the necromancer. Oh, we killed the necromancer, so we're going to remove before it even gets any damage on us. Or double spawns on us. We're going to remove that, and then he is going to use his spell on this fatty right here, and hopefully we get 2 hits and don't hurt Samson. I may have made a tactical error on this because if he hits Samson both times, Samson's going to die. So because if you miss your targets, then it hits the other character. So, and that's just remember, this attacks a zone. So got to get lucky. Let's see if we get. Well, not lucky enough. So we do 2 points of damage, but we're going to be hitting Samson. Okay, so we're going to remove this fatty from the board, and that did exactly another point of damage for him, or another experience point for Baldric. He's at 8. Now, before we apply that damage to Samson, he's got armor. He's got his iron hide and his shield, which means if he rolls a 3 or better on a d6, he does not take that damage. And he rolls a 4, so he took nothing. That was awesome. So we ended up killing the fatty and did no damage to our guy, Samson. However, I just realized that Baldric has no ability to... I know what he can do. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but Baldric has 3 actions left. So for a second action, he's going to swap the torch with... Or he's going to hand the torch off to to Samson. So his torch will go to Samson, and he will borrow, just momentarily, the hammer. And he is then going to take, that's his second action. His third action, he's going to hit the door with it. So he needs a 4 or better. A 5, he did it. Awesome. Okay. That means that this door way over here has been popped open. Boom. And we are going to populate this whole wonderful place now. Let's do that. Okay, we're going to start with the room right in front of them. I'm just going to lay out the cards and we'll populate them later. There's going to be 3 walkers in there. 1 fatty in there. A double spawn, which means right here we're going to have 2 spawns, so I'll lay that out. 1 fatty and another fatty. Then in here we have 4 walkers. In here we have 2 runners. In here we have 2 walkers, 3 walkers, and a double spawn, which means we're going to end up putting another one here. So 4 walkers and a necromancer. Interesting. That is going to be quite the load we have going on there. Alright, let me populate that and see how all this goes. Wow, that's what she looks like now, man. We got lots of zombie action going on there, but Baldric still has, so his first action, he killed the fatty. Second action, he swapped the hammer. Third action, he hit the door. Fourth action, he's going to blast his Inferno into that room and see if he can do some damage. So he's going to roll 4 dice and get a kill on each one. So last one to go there will be the necromancer. Plus we also have to once again put a spawn point in here. We have a necromancer spawn point in there, and the necromancer is going to try and race to the closest spawn point, which is only 1 space away. So we've got to kill him fast. I just realized the trouble that we might be in if that necromancer actually gets away. Okay, let's roll and see what happens. Well, he got 4 hits on that last one. That was awesome. The Inferno spell did its job. Okay, so we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 walkers off of here. And then we're going to adjust Baldric's experience again. It's kind of bad news. He's getting a lot of experience, so it's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He can go up to 12. So he's well on his way to the orange zone. Hopefully he doesn't get there too soon. But that ends his turn. That was a pretty whopper of a turn for him. Let's move on. Okay, so next up we have Nellie. She's kind of hanging out in the street. I'm thinking she's just going to rock and roll and try and get as much movement in there as she can. She gets a free move action. So let's take a look at this. I think we're leaving these 2 clowns alone. She's going to go 1 as a free action, 2, 3, and that's it. Nope, wait. Yeah, 1 free action, 1, 2, 3. So she moves to there. That's really her whole turn. She's just trying to catch up with her friends there. I did forget my noise tokens here. Got 3 of them right here because of the Inferno spell going off twice and hammering the door. So there's 3 noise tokens right there. But we're going to move on. Now we got Clovis. Now Clovis is still in a scenario where he's got a couple spells in his backpack and his 2 short swords. He's in that room and he's going to do a search and then he's going to move out. Okay, there's Clovis. Let's get the items deck out and see what we get. Boom. Let's draw a card. Chainmail armor. Wow, that is really good for him. So we're going to take that and place that in his armor slot. It's still not the card we're looking for. We are looking for the Dragon Bile, but that'll do. And so he's now got armor. That's going to help him in the fight to come. Okay, then he is sitting right here. He's going to go 1, or actually 2 and 3 right there to move with. That is Nellie. Anne? I don't remember which. That looks to me like, yeah, Anne, the nun right here. Okay, next we're going to go up to Silas. Silas is in the same room as Clovis. So and he's got a bow and a sword, and he's got this quiver of arrows in his backpack. So he's doing all right, but he is going to search in a fruitful room of searching for us. A dagger. Blah. He's going to put that in his backpack. He doesn't want it or will not use it, but he can give it to Anne, I guess. She can use it. And then he's going to continue to move on and go 2, 3 to there with the other 3 folks. That's going to end our turn for the players. We're going to do some crazy zombie moves right now. Okay, all the noises right here. Zombies are always going to move since nobody can really, well, nobody over here can see those guys. They're going to move toward the noise to the nearest open location that they can get to. So what's going to happen here is all of these guys are going to pour out into the street here. Remember, nothing spawned yet with our heroes. And then the necromancer comes out too. Now here's the good news. The necromancer has to start his activation in the zone to flee. So he moves out to here. We're going to get the opportunity to kill him next turn before he... I might as well take these off. I know where all the noise is. Before he gets away. And that's a good thing because we're going to have Samson go first and try and get him before... then we're going to have Anne. We're going to have a couple things happen before... Well, Baldric's going to go pretty soon after that. We can kill him. That's the important point. Because remember, if it's not range, we can target him. So all attacks will be against him. Okay, now... the next up to move is going to be this fatty. He's simply going to move up here. These 2 will move here. These 4 will move here. These 2 are going to go 1, 2. They're runners. into that spot. These two will move here. These three will move here. These two are going to move here, and the abomination and that guy are going to move here. And that's it. Now we got to do some spawning. We're going to start way up there at the top. Hopefully we don't get something crazy like a double spawn or something like that. Standard spawn, so we're going to spawn 2 runners. Now we definitely need to kill those bad boys before they get a chance to attack us. That's a pretty heavy zone there. You know, we're in a spot of trouble with our 2 characters there, because now we got 2 walkers in there as well. That is not a good thing for us. Not a good thing at all. But let's move on to our next spawn point, which I almost forgot. It's right in the next room. It's right there because of the necromancer. Just 2 walkers. That's not too bad. That's better than the first one, which is a fatty. Okay, we got 2 more walkers in there. Let's pick. Man, we're really blasting through our spawn cards. Now let's go on to the next one. It's going to be right here, so we're just going to put that down there. Pop a card. I think I've gotten all the... Well, you have little faith. I have not gotten all the good cards out of here. Nasty cards out of here yet. So, nothing spawns here, but we are going to have a double spawn down here. So, 3 walkers. And what else we get here? 2 runners. Okay, well that's not too bad. So, I'm going to pop the runners out right now. Boom. So right here we get 2 runners. They're going to catch up to us fast. I got 2 walkers that we killed last turn. I need to get another walker out. Okay, I got some... Got to get some more walkers out here. I'm actually running low on the miniatures. That's not great. Okay, so 3 walkers right there, and that's going to end our spawns for the turn. We are done with that. That's the way it goes. We're getting in a bit of heap of trouble at the top there. Got really crowded really fast when we opened up that room, but that's the breaks. So guys, hey, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough of Zombicide Black Plague. I am, and as always, I like run these games for you guys. So let's continue on, see if we can clear that room out, get our objectives, kill the abomination, find some dragon bile. We're going to get this done. I hope we survive to do it, though. We got to kill that necromancer and those 2 runners. Those are top priorities. Hopefully we don't end up killing Samson in the meantime with Baldric throwing off his inferno spells in that zone. Okay guys, thanks. Talk to you soon, and have a good evening.